Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a genuine investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using strategic or compound return investing. So the objective is to try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, we're going to be looking at MMTLP and information from Schwab, potentially showing $200 to $300 per share trading in the dark pools for MMTLP. We're also going to be doing an important update for NextBridge Hydrocarbons in terms of the legal case, and also looking at MMAT, previously known as MMAT, currently known as MMATQ, and 10 more days left. So there was some breaking news there that we're going to look at. And also we're going to be looking at FedEx, probably maybe potentially a good buying opportunity. There was news with regard to earnings. So before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. So first of all, from investing.com, we can see that the Bank of America is now expecting the Fed to go for a 75 BPS cut in the fourth quarter after a bumper rate reduction. So again, hopefully another boost for the markets. And from Bloomberg, we can see today in terms of trading, stocks have slipped, gold is up, and as inflation is viewed with a little bit of caution. But we have a look at gold here, again reaching an all-time high and trading just over 2,636. So good news for everybody holding gold there. In other good news with regard to Google, again, there was some tremendous buying opportunities for this few days ago, and currently it's close to finishing in the green for the 9th trading day in a row, currently at time of editing around about $162.72. And other breaking news that we shared in the Discord was with regard to Qualcomm and Intel, and there is a potential rumor here of Qualcomm looking to take over Intel, and if we have a look at the chart for Intel, it was immediately starting to obviously shoot up. Let's now finish off by having a look at FedEx, and we can see here FedEx was potentially down at time of editing just in excess of 13%. Then this carried down close to 14% at around about $258.53. And that was the biggest one-day drop in over 2 years. I believe it's right now at $254. So is this potentially a buying opportunity? And then from Zacks, we can see in the first quarter, earnings and revenues were lagging. Estimates were viewed obviously in a negative sense. So potentially operating income on a reported basis decreased 24% to 1.2 billion from the first quarter. Operating margin fell 5.6% from 7.3% in the year. And I think one of the reasons why FedEx is potentially down is probably because of a lot more competition. So I'm going to start by looking at the news with regard to Meta Materials, and what I posted earlier is that the company have met the requirements for filing the Form 25 with the SEC. So this was filed today, I believe, and it's a form that is used voluntarily to delist from a trading exchange such as the OTC. And I actually expect Meta Materials to be delisted 10 days from now. And obviously in terms of Uzi, congratulations to Uzi for getting paid handsomely to destroy a company which at one time had huge potential to make moves in the exploding AI sector that we are seeing now. So if we have a look at the NASDAQ determination in terms of delisting here, we can now see again this has been confirmed, and it is expected to be removed from the securities Meta Materials MMATQ, and this is likely to be effective on the trading session September the 30th 2024. So after that, Meta Materials will no longer exist. And in terms of reaction from Rob is basically saying it's not over yet, there is still one more play, a little bit of a cryptic tweet there. So let's see what happens, but potentially he may be right, it's not over yet, but most likely it is. Let's now move on to have a look at the latest developments for MMTLP, and what Scott posted earlier was with regard to Schwab, and he stated here in terms of a request, which is an urgent request, he's looking for emails or screenshots showing Schwab or TDA have deleted your emails or phone call records and account information in the last 2 years. So he needs this urgently, i.e. today, if possible. And if Schwab told you, as they have told many others, that they would not allow MMTLP to trade again, even if FINRA ordered them, again, ideally he needs a copy of those, including your name and address. And the reason for this is they are going to be on public records. So that's something that you need to be aware of before sending that. So you will have to give permission for that. So let's see how that develops for Scott. But just in terms of a reminder, in the case that he is fighting, there are 5 lawyers for Ari, there are 4 lawyers for Schwab, and there are 2 lawyers for FINRA. So I think I count that as 11. But obviously the number could increase. And one other thing I'd like you to check out is obviously the latest YouTube video in terms of the podcast with Scott, and this is available here on the YouTube video link here shared, and where Scott does talk I think quite knowledgeably about MMTLP, so certainly worth a watch there. And in terms of the potential trading in the dark pools, what Clark 2 has stated here is with regard to the previous video where we looked at this post from Scott, and it states here MMTLP was probably trading around about $200 to $300 per share in the dark pools, i.e. 100x the lit in terms of the lit exchanges. So again, certainly something that we need Schwab to clear up. Finally, I'm going to finish off by having a look at an update for the hearing with regard to TradeStation and NextBridge Hydrocarbons. And what Meta News has posted here is that this hearing was set for September the 20th, which is today at 10 a.m. However, I believe this has now been cancelled. Potentially the reason for this being cancelled could be a behind the scenes agreement. We'll have to wait and see, or there could be other reasons. So we are waiting for an update on that to confirm that. And what I would also like to share with you with one of the features in the Discord is with regard to the live trading and data alert section. And in this section we got news this morning in the pre-market was with regard to Tenon Medical. This is a stock that was also featured in the previous video, and there was an opportunity this morning to get a potential return of around about 43%, and it did finish in the green. So check out the previous video on Tenon. And what I also shared in the previous video is one of my stocks which I sold out on, and this was a stock which I managed to get a 22% return. So I have made a new investment, and again this was also shared in the Discord, and this business that I've invested in, or the company that I've invested in, has a very impressive dividend yield of 8.52%. so this is one of my long-term holds. So if you would like to get details of this, again, details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.